It seems nowadays that you must know your history to understand exactly what's going on, just to get a grand picture of why we're seeing what we're seeing happen right before our eyes. Yes, there's another coach that's leaving from the HBCU landscape to move on to an FBS school, in which I have no problem with what he's decided to do. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, he's been able to come in and do the things that many didn't expect for him to do. He didn't give any cliche statements. He didn't give any proclamations of things that he was going to do that, like I guarantee. None of that happened. He just came in, built his staff, built his program, and continued to keep moving forward. And when the opportunity came for him to stand up and fight for the university, he did exactly that. Guys, we're going to talk about exactly what's going down right after this. First, your favorite coach back at it again. 10 toes down, about to tell you how it all went down. This is Tomorrow Leader Sports Network, which hosts Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can get all the coming videos. For all my leaders out there, welcome back. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the routine. If you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and share these videos. And tap in and free to tell them to come on in. It's not about positive vibes. Just having a good time talking about HBCU sports. And don't forget, you can follow us on all social media platforms. The links are listed down below in the description. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump on in this thing because I know y'all like Coach. What's your thoughts on all this? I'm still trying to catch my breath from Congressman Al Green and everything that happened with him being censored the other day from his outburst during the joint session that they had with 47. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around all of that. Leave your comments down below and let me know if y'all want me to give you some insight on what I thought and what I feel on that. Just for a talking point, just so we can get some things out there so I can understand exactly where many of you are coming from. Because it kind of leads me to believe, it's not leading me to believe, but it's kind of making me feel as if what Malcolm X said years ago, you have to have chitlins. You must have chitlins. And if you don't have chitlins, I don't know what to tell you. Because this thing here is so out of whack. I'm just trying to understand, what's going on. I mean, we kind of seen the writing on the wall when Coach Eddie George, y'all already know Coach Eddie George, he's decided he wanted to move on and go to Bowling Green. He interviewed for the Chicago Bears job. They were considering bringing him up there to become the new head football coach for the NFL Chicago Bears football team. We saw that going on. So, okay, it might be something that's going to transpire here soon. Don't know exactly what it's going to be. And then we get the talks about Bowling Green deciding that they want to, hire him as the new head football coach. I got to say congratulations to head coach Eddie George for deciding to want to make a move and, continue on with his coach career and do some things that's going to be beneficial to the young men two young men that he can reach out and help. It doesn't have anything to do with race, ethnicity, none of that. It's the fact that when you are a servant of making sure that you're able to do things for young men, I salute you for it. I know there's a lot of things that's going on right now from the standpoint of financial stability with Tennessee State. There's a lot of that's going on online right now on your different social medias where it's just, I get it. I understand where everybody's coming from. I mean, let's be real here. I want to give Eddie George his props for taking a stand. There's a lot of coaches out there will say I'm just here to coach football. That's all I want to do is coach football. I just want to do X's and O's. I don't want to do anything else. I want to give head coach Eddie George his props because he took the chance to stand up and speak before, I don't know if it's the Congress or the state, talk to the powers that be about the land grant money that was owed to Tennessee State, which is like roughly about $2 billion. And this is according to the Tennessean back in September 2024, where this article came out about that money. I think I did a show on this before, talking about the money that was owed to Tennessee State, which they had not given them that money. They wanted to give them that money, but it was given to them. They didn't give them all of it. They want to give them some of it with constraints. And it's funny how everything that's due to an HBCU or something outside of the norm, if it was the University of Tennessee, they would have gave them that money lock, stock, and barrel. Crazy thing is, I don't know if many of you know, I'm sure the people that attended Tennessee State, they understand this clearly. Tennessee State was created because the University of Tennessee didn't want our behinds on their daggone campus. If you didn't know that, you know it now. They did not want us on their campus. That's why Tennessee State was created. Oddly enough, here you have them been underfunded for decades. For decades. You're seeing daggone property out there just that needs attention, immediate attention. Yet we still turn a blind eye. Why? Because they don't deserve to have that. We need to put this money over here to Rocky Top. We got to put it over there. And I'm trying to understand for the life of me, I'm like, what is it? What is it about HBCUs that scares people that don't want to give money back or don't want to do anything for? Here you had this man, former Heisman Trophy winner from Ohio State University, comes in as the head football coach for the first time. He leaves them with a record of 24 and 22. He wins, he's the co-champion of the OVC. And I gotta give him his flowers, because there's not many people that just come in, they are of service. I mean, I know y'all gonna say, well, Coach, why are you not talking about the other coach? This ain't about him right now, because there's a lot of inconsistencies as far as things that were said when it comes to that individual. And I don't want to get into that right now. I want to talk about Eddie George. I want to talk about somebody that came in, as I like to say, 10 toes down, told us how it all went down. Went and stood in front of the people and said, listen, you guys know daggone well y'all owe this money. Why can't we get this money? Why can't we get this money? Because matter of fact, I'm going to read a statement to you, just so y'all know I ain't full of crap when it comes down to the statement that I just made about the University of Tennessee did not want us on their damn campus. In 1890, states with land-grant schools, no. Back up. Tennessee State University was founded to keep black students out of the University of Tennessee. That is on the Tennessean. And this was written by Todd A. Price. This ain't written by Coach Walker. Just want y'all to understand that. But I'm going to give you the statement, though. Back in 1890, states with land-grant schools like University of Tennessee were given a choice. They could either admit black students to these colleges, which had been funded initially with grants of land from the federal government, or the states could receive federal funding to create separate schools for black students. Y'all know what they did, right? In Tennessee and other southern states, separate schools were created. When states took the money which ensured their flagship schools remained segregated, they agreed to provide just and equitable funding to both institutions. Few states interpreted that phrase as a requirement to provide equal funding, and most historically black land-grant universities have been forced to operate with far less state support than the predominantly white institutions. I didn't write that. That young man I just told you wrote them statements. Quote, end quote. Now, we sit here, we look at Coach George. He said, hey, man, I'm moving on. You know, he moving on because, you know, his intention was to stay. According to the reports, his intentions was to stay, and I believe that. I believe his intentions were to stay. Even though Coach Eddie George stood up for Tennessee State, he understood that once the university was awarded $250 million by the state that they were owed, that he wasn't going to be able to get this done for them. They really needed some people that was going to be able to back this thing and get things moving, i.e. the people in the communities, i.e. individuals from outside the communities coming in, helping to fight this fight. A head football coach is not going to be able to do it. Now, in this instance, I think this is something that, now I will inject Coach Prime. I think this was something that he may have seen previously, you know, dealing with some of the things that was going on at Jackson as far as certain things that the university needed, and all of the different games is being played by state officials. I'm just gonna keep this thing 100. I'm not gonna mix my words with it. I'm just gonna call this crap how I see it. And I honestly feel like it's time for the state officials to get off their ass and understand what's going on and allow these institutions to do the things that they need to do. I'm not here to rock no boat. I'm just simply saying that, what is it about us that has everyone so daggone afraid that they don't want to allow these students to get educated. It's not about, oh, this is just for, I'm just gonna say it, just for black kids. It's not about that. Because you see other ethnicities on these campuses. You do. Matter of fact, I mean, if you go back to the Ayers versus Jackson State, where they had the different thresholds there, where they had to have so many a certain percentage of students on the campuses in order for them to get the money that was due to them. What is so wrong with people just funding these schools like they're supposed to? Hey, listen, right now they got all of these different daggone companies that they're boycotting. I hope y'all behinds ain't out there sending money to them and buying goods from all these people who said that they were going to give monies to HBCUs, and they ain't even gave them a fraction of money that they put out that they put up there and said they were going to give. This is evident of what's going on right now. Yes, I salute Eddie George for what he was able to do and how he was able to contribute over there at Tennessee State University. Salute to you, Coach, and I understand you wanted to move on and do the things that you need to do. You need the financial backing for you to get things going in the motion in which they need to go. But it's got to be a point in time where people understand you must have chitlins. If you don't have chitlins to get things moving, guess what? We're going to continue to keep standing where we are. Another good man out the door. I wasn't looking for him to stay forever because it's not even that game is no longer being played by none of these coaches right now. First opportunity they get to move on, I respectfully understand that's what they're going to do, and I have no problem with that. But we have to understand that some point in time, we're going to need to do the things that we need to do for us to move forward. Coach Eddie George, I salute you for coming in to Tennessee State, turning things around. You left them with a winner. I think that's the first time they won. Was it 2 winning seasons back to back? First time they won a championship since they won was in 1999 when they won the Ohio Valley Conference Championship. So congratulations to them on being co-champions this year. Salute to Coach Eddie George for all your hard work and effort that you put in to help the university move in the right direction. Whomever's coming in to take over, I'm sure they're going to be able to pick up the pace, grab the mantle, and continue to keep moving this thing forward. Salute to you, Coach George, for all your hard work. I just want to say thank you. This is Coach Walker saying thank you again, good sir. Thank you for service. But guys, that's all I got for you on this one because I'm really about to hit a space just with everything that's got my head just throbbing right now as far as what's going on, because it doesn't make sense. We have to find a way to galvanize everybody to come together and do something. I understand that what people want to see is chaos and mass confusion, because as long as there's mass confusion and chaos going on, guess what? They can continue to keep doing what they want to do. But I want all of you watch the bouncing ball as it goes across day in and day out. Because guess what? The bouncing ball might be in the left hand, but you don't know what the right hand is doing. Keep your eye on the prize to see what's happening, because that bouncing ball is going to tell you what's happening. Because guess what? They can't keep bouncing the ball. When they start bouncing the ball and that ball just sitting in one spot doing like this, you need to start asking, what is this hand doing? Something's going on with this hand over here. If it ain't continuously going like this, something going on over here. You got to pay attention to everything that's happening. That's all I'm saying. Just we all must find a way to pay attention to what's going on and understand, dig a little deeper into everything that's happening, not just look at things on the surface. I mean, you got a coach, he wanted to stay, but he understood the mission. The mission was over. He had to move on. Congratulations to Coach Eddie George, moving on to Bowling Green University. Boy, woo-hoo. See what you're going to do up there in the WAC, Coach. You're now in the FBS. Let's see what's going on with you. Congratulations. Wish you the best of luck, man. Hey, Coach going to go ahead and get up on out this thing, but until next time, be the one and lead.